Alright, now we're going to look at hooking up the IR proximity on this thing. And the thing that we're going to need is two LEDs. Doesn't matter what they are. I'm using a red and green LED. I'm going to need one 39 ohm resistor for the IR. That's my IR, so your infrared LED might require a different one, but I know I need 39 ohm for mine. I'm also looking at two resistors that are 22 ohm resistors. I actually technically only need one because I'm going to be using pin 13 on the Arduino. So pin 13 already has a resistor on it. These are crap resistors or LEDs. I don't even care about them. The fact that the LED is lighting back and forth tells me that the IR proximity is working, and it's a good testing method. Okay, so these are throwaway LEDs. Now, to get started, let's look at the first Arduino side of things. Let me move all my nifty little resistors and everything else. Put them in a nice little pile. And see if I can move this in such a way that everybody can see what I'm doing. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to be utilizing these three wires, which is yellow, brown, and white, and into the breadboard of some nature. So I need a pulse width modulation pin, and the pulse width that I'm choosing is pin 3. So find your pulse width modulation pin, pin 3, and I'm going to be using the white wire. And I'm going to be taking that white wire over here on the breadboard side of things and plugging it into an empty channel on my breadboard. Okay, you can see it right there. Okay. Now I'm going to take the white wires from the proximity and plug it into the channel right next to that. So we're all white. Get it? All white? That's lame. So now I have the 39 ohm resistor. I'm going to jump those across with it. Bam. Just like that. So now it's going from this to a 39 ohm resistor to the white wires, which are the positives for my IR LED in here. Now I show you in one of the videos on how to make these in my channel. That's also posted on Thingiverse. Okay, that's cool. I got those. Now what? Well, now we need some data coming in. Okay, and the data coming in is it receiving IR or isn't it receiving IR? And for that, I'm going to be using pin 8 and 7. So that's where my two other wires come in. So pin 8, and I want to make this so it's easy to identify. So in this case, pin 7 is going to be right, and pin 8 is going to be left. Pin 8, pin 7. 7 is right, and I'm going to put that one right here in my breadboard in an empty channel. And then I'm going to move to the other one, which is the brown one, and move and put that in an empty channel. And then I'll run my yellow wire to the same channel. So there we go. You see that? That's from my proximity sensor. That technically runs to pin 7 on my Arduino. And then this one here. Now these are really long leads. I can shorten these up later, but keep them long at first. And you know what? I might just even keep them long and just squish them all in there, because who knows what I'm going to be making later on. Alright, last but not least, I need power. So I'll run to the negative. And the positive on the one side. And the positive and negative on the other side. Perfect. Okay, next. I need those LEDs. I need to know if things are working or not. So for these, I'm just going to have these kind of poking out the side. I'm going to put the negative in the channel and the positive in the breadboard. And have it to the side here so I can see it light up. The negative in the breadboard, or the positive in the breadboard, the negative in the rail on this side. And again, point it off to the side so I can see that it's lit. Alright, cool. Spaghetti incident, right? Now, I need 2 out pins. So the out pins I'm choosing is 12 and 13. 12 and 13 is just going to tell me if the IR is working or not, and on what side. So in this case, I have pin 13, which already has a resistor on it. And I'm going to be using these 2 wires over here, the yellow and brown wire. Okay, I'll hook the brown up to 12 and the yellow up to 13. And over here, since this is 13, I'm just going to hook this directly to the LED. No resistor whatsoever for the positive. And on this side, I'm going to hook it to the channel right next to the positive and then bridge it with a resistor. In this case, I chose 22 ohms for the resistor. Really, I've never blown out an LED because the current's been pretty low on digital pins, but you know how releasing a video with no resistor is going to go with the people on YouTube. They're like, oh my god, you got to use a resistor, it's going to blow up. Again, crappy LEDs, don't care. There we go. I think that's going to work. Alright, now in the next video I'll show you the code. Here, let me kind of zoom in on this hot mess so you can check yours correlating with mine. But this is also all in the code. I know that's kind of hard to follow. But that's the fun of it, right? Okay, so there's that. Cool. All right, let's meet in the next video where I show you the code.